Another ship went down. Got too close to that island off the southern coast. Mark this one's words. That island just is not right.
You are new here, yes? Watch your pockets, Walker. Everyone is up to something essential.
I've little time for talk.
Gleam like sugarcane in the morning, as dewdrops drip. You made Imeretto lose his place. You are strangling this one's muse, Walker. Off with you! Do you hear it, Walker? Kenothe plucks her majestic lyre, and inspiration follows. This one shall compose a play. He shall call it Dragons Burn a Wagon. A piquant satire of predatory commerce in the wake of calamity. How droll. Wherever the paws of Imeretto's love fall, pink lilies bloom from the sands. Ha, yes! Evocative imagery, pleasing meter, dulcet tones. Imeretto will claim his lady's heart soon enough.
It was him, I swear it! Sai Sahan, in the flesh. The last time anyone saw him was in the Imperial City.
Let's say you really did see him, and you aren't just drunk off your arse. Why would he come all the way out here?
I don't know, but it must be serious. He's a very serious-looking person.
Well met. What brings you to Senchal? Adventure? Trade? A chance to see real dragons in the sky? Of course. But I can't hide in a corner crying about it all day. Besides, it's not like they can make Senchal look worse, eh? That's thanks to the General and the shields. Good old Imperial structure, elbow grease and organization. The Khajiit merchants provide a governing body, but the shields of Senchal are the muscle behind it. Makes it all run. Oh, well, that I don't know. I'm sure they have things like ballistae, catapults, and the like to deal with the beasts. I know what I plan to do. Hide out down in Black Kirgo. It's safe enough if you mind your own business.
The General doesn't see anyone without an appointment.
I'm glad you were able to answer my summons. We have much to do if we want to fight back against this dragon invasion. With so many lives currently at risk, the sooner we begin our preparations, the better. A dragon has taken a nearby island as its lair. I believe it means to attack Senchal from this location. We need to slay the creature before it strikes. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to secure a ship willing to take us to the island. General Renmes, leader of Senchal's military forces, could commandeer a ship for us. We need to arrange a meeting with the General and convince him to aid our cause. What say you, warrior? Will you help me slay this dragon? Now, meeting with an Imperial General is faster said than done. The paperwork alone would take days to file, and the dragon we seek could attack the city at any moment. So, I found an alternative method. Your aid and this handful of jewels. First, you must bribe Renmus' scribe Nadama to put us on the schedule. You'll find her in the tavern. Next, you need to speak to Darku in the city's outskirts, just south of here. He can forge our credentials. You also need to delay Arniel Bronk, who was scheduled to meet with the General today. Arniel's ship just docked in the harbor. If you steal his vessel's manifest, the dockmaster should detain him. That will give us enough time to speak with the General. Lecky be willing, all will go well, and our meeting with General Renmus will commence without issue. Meet me at the palace when you're done. Meanwhile, I'll learn all I can about our upcoming dragon hunt. The outlying towns have already been ravaged by dragons, and refugees have come pouring into Senchal as a result. They hope that stone walls will stop the dragon's wrath, but it's only a matter of time before the dragons attack Senchal. Why else would it roost so close to the city? I believe the dragon is evaluating Senchal's defenses and preparing for the right moment to strike. We must slay it before it gets that chance. That is my hope. No matter the risk, our best option is to slay this dragon on its own island, away from the innocents of Senchal. Let's hope the General agrees with that logic. I was once captain of the Imperial Dragon Guard. I swore to serve Emperor Varen and protect his empire. But now, with Cyrodiil in disarray, I find myself forced to carve another path. And so I prepare to fight dragons. The Dragon Guard of old were both proud defenders of the Empire as well as dragon hunters. I may no longer serve Emperor Varen, but I wish to continue their traditions. I was even able to find one of their dragon horns, the Horn of Jadari. It's an ancient relic that forces the most powerful of dragons to come crashing to the ground. It gives us a tremendous advantage in battle. I've already used it to slay one dragon, and with your help, I hope to slay many more. You'd be surprised what people tell a respectable gentleman with a distinguished beard. Take Nadama, for example. I heard that she's been seeking a way to leave Senchal for weeks. A few gems would certainly help pay for her passage. It was easy enough to learn about that braggart. I overheard him in the tavern, claiming that he could forge any document in Senchal. For the right price, of course. Let's see if he has the skills to back up his boasts. All ships coming into Senchal are subject to a cargo inspection, unless they present a sanctioned ship's manifest. If you're able to steal Arniel's manifest, he'll be held up in customs for hours. That will give us time to speak with the General. Yes, Lecky willing. Had we the time, I would go through official channels. But with so much at stake, we can't afford the delay. We have no choice but to use these underhanded measures.
remember her name.
You'd think Goutfangs would respect folk trying to keep people fed.
To go around.
Greetings, Rook. Ah, look at that swagger. A doughty adventurer seeking work, yes? Saraba can always tell. The dangerous kind. But the greater the danger, the greater the rewards, yes? Guibert Flaubert offers tasks that you can accomplish alone. And Brucius Banius seeks groups of heroes to challenge more powerful foes. Believe Saraba, they both pay well. A wise choice, Walker. Very wise indeed. Please speak to any of my friends here. They will get you started on the path to coin and adventure. Ah, Saraba almost forgot. Take this small retainer to whet the appetite, yes? Farewell! Do not be a stranger, Rook. Southern Elsweyr never stays quiet for long. A new day here means new adventures. Moons guide you.
Ah, greetings, my intimidating but likely gallant friend. Looking for honest work? Well, you've come to the wrong place. I jest, of course. I have plenty of suitable heroic work for a person of your stature. Interested? You'll like this one. Maybe. Settling the undead appeals to your heroic sensibilities, doesn't it? If so, excellent. If not, there's gold involved. A mage I know crafted these unique candle orbs. She wants them placed in the Forsaken Citadel. Burn, of course. Well, I hope so at any rate. I haven't tried them out. Moving on. The herbs and enchantments contained in the wax should ease the burdens of restless spirits. That's what she told me anyway. I guess we'll find out. Good luck, hero. Do be careful out there, Dragons, can you believe it? Guibert Flaubert? Procurer and purveyor of unusual goods. Raconteur, a man about town. A true pleasure to meet you, my friend. I serve as the middleman between wealthy clients and daring sellswords such as yourself. A broker, if you will. If you perform the tasks I set before you, I'll give you a share of the profits. It's simple, really. And cut out the middleman? Perish the thought. Middlemen are the beating heart of commerce and industry. Guibert is a middleman. Guibert's father was a middleman. And one day, Guibert's indolent son shall be a middleman as well. I do say so. Now then, let's make some gold together.
You love gold, right? Maybe glory? You can earn both. Let me tell you how. And I'm recruiting people who need work. Happy coincidence, yeah? A rogue Goutfang and his students waylaid one of our supply caravans. Took a bunch of rice. We need that rice. We also need that group of adepts dead. Ha! You're a funny one. Atarashi made off with everything, so draw your own conclusions. The quartermaster needs the rice to provision folk. And I don't want to stare down a plate of overly sweet Khajiit food again. Will you do it? Pays well. May the Eight protect you. Nah, forget that. Sharpen your blade and protect yourself. Then come back when the job is done. The quartermaster of the Shields of Senshal has me pay groups to settle business out in the wilds. Don't take this wrong, but it's stuff too dangerous to handle alone. Angry temple guardians, pariahs, all of them need killing. Oh, now there's a story. But I'll give you the short version. The Shields of Senshal, formerly known as the 13th Legion, protects this fine city of Senshaw. Protects, mind you, not rules. The cats here seem quite taken with our efforts. Yes, we're Imperials. Emperor Aquilarius sent us over 5 years ago to help with the Nahaten flu recovery. Now we're kind of stuck here, I guess. Good thing for the locals, too, considering. Dragons. Like we didn't have enough problems. They have other things to do? But lucky you, these jobs keep the locals happy. It's good for business. General's all about business. It's good for you, too. You get gold from me when you help them all stay happy.
What do you want?
Badra speaks true. The dragons fought each other.
Your eyes aren't what they used to be, grandmother.
This one knows what she saw. Our village wasn't attacked. It was just in their way.
But why would they fight each other?
This one does not know, but the thought frightens her.
If the dragons fight each other, they aren't eating us. Sounds good to me.
None of this sounds good. None of it.
Well, at least it can't get any worse.
Whether writ or will or waver, Darku is your savior. Tell this one, what need have you of the finest forger in all of Senshaw? Interesting, most interesting. Diplomatic papers. Yes, that would get you in to see the Shaveskin General. Of course. Skills such as Darku's require compensation worthy of his talent. Ah, yes. These beauties will do quite nicely. Here you are, then. Diplomatic papers, all up to date and ready to present. Just make sure you have an appointment, eh? Wouldn't want to walk in on the General unannounced.
The Khajiit talk about some place called the Forsaken Citadel. I wonder who forsake it, and why. Oh, sorry. Thinking aloud again. Need some basics?
Can't you see that I'm trying to drink away my sorrows? It's an extremely delicate process, you know. Doesn't require company. Today, you are very, very funny. General Renmus's schedule is full today. If you want to see him, fill out your paperwork and submit it, just like everyone else. I didn't know you were feeling so generous, Walker. I suppose your name can be added to the general schedule. But that is all, yes? You'll need to secure the proper documents and delay his previous appointment. Thanks for the generous donation. Let's just make sure this little exchange stays between us, yes? I'm going to finish my drink and then find the next ship off of this moon's forsaken city. If dragons weren't bad enough, all these refugees will eat Senshal out of house and home. I'm leaving before the riots start.
And our children, what of them?
I do not know.
We must know. There's no work in Senshal. How will we feed them?
We can't go back home, dearest. There's nothing left.
I know, I'm scared. I don't want the children to starve.
Dancing through savanna grass, on light feet we glide. Hey, hey, Bandari boy, tap your heels in stride. Hey, hey, Bandari girl, swing your tail beside. Valvijavaru, Bandari, carrying our world in packs. Valvijavaru, Bandari, our kingdom on our backs. Home is on the move again, on wagon wheels we go.
I must be cursed. What do you want?
Apparently, my bodyguard fell asleep on the job. Again. Do I know you? If not, I suggest you move along before I summon the guards. There are many vendors in Senshal who can assist you with your purchase, albeit their product is infinitely inferior to mine. You honestly have no idea what you've just stumbled into, do you? Ignorance can be a desirable quality in couriers. Would you be interested in delivering my product in exchange for fair compensation in gold? I'm an herbalist. I prepare an herbal remedy that maintains the health of my customers. The faster it's delivered, the greater its medicinal value. Get my produce to the people on this list before it spoils. I'll throw in something extra. Be quick, Be careful and be discreet. Oh, and don't worry about the shields. They're some of my best customers. Legality is determined by what enriches the elite instead of what nourishes the masses. Especially in a place like Senshal. I am simply fulfilling a basic necessity that cannot be handled by other means. And put a hard-working courier such as yourself out of work? Perish the thought. Besides, I have a reputation to uphold. Are you attempting to ascertain my secret recipe? It isn't so much spoilage that I fear, but a lack of freshness. The fresher the product, the more potent its beneficial effects. That's all you need to know, courier. Don't worry about my customers. Just deliver the product to the chests I marked on your map. I designed them especially to keep the product fresh and secure. Best hurry while the product is most potent, and refrain from asking too many questions. My customers value their privacy.
Finally, the pain has been killing me.
This one does not know what to think. A Khajiit woman.
Tell the herbalist. His debt is paid and his secret is safe.
Are you the herbalist's courier?
Come inside, quickly. I know I should pay, but we don't have anything left. We only have each other, and even that won't last much longer. Tell the herbalist he can have my life if that's what it takes. My daughter needs the medicine. Medicine, remedy, I don't care what it's called. My daughter suffers from constant pain. She can barely speak, barely stand. The herbalist's remedy is the only thing that eases her pain, even if just for a little while. The different courier delivers it each time, and each courier demands a different price. Some are very expensive, some are much worse. I have no gold, courier, but I will do anything to receive the remedy for my daughter. The remedy? At no cost? Oh, bless you and the herbalist for easing my daughter's pain. I almost forgot what kindness looked like, but such is life in Senchal. The remedy makes my Anya feel better, and that's all that matters.
The cat people here are friendly enough, but sly. Never really sure if they're saying what they mean. Still, everyone's willing to talk about the dragons. And this dragon guard that's forming, or reforming, now that interests me.
What brings you to the bottom side of Senchal's tavern? Hiding from dragons? They are not known for asking for consent, yes? Or perhaps you hide from something less vicious, This one has not seen your face in Senchal before. Or maybe this one has and you're just not that memorable.
Hello.
Though dragons flame their foes away, some fight against them, holding sway. With armor thick and weapons high, we should force them to say goodbye. I am a scholar with no school, a rhyming bard who has no fool, a mage casting without a spell, a dancing cat who has no bell. The wreckage round me I hold dear. I cannot flee away from here. My Senchal does not stand with pride, but crumbles like a flouted bride. Though dragons flame their foes away, some fight against them, holding sway.
I hear you completed the deliveries quickly, and while the product was still potent. Well done. Because it isn't. Not exactly. It doesn't heal injuries or cure diseases. I tried to craft such elixirs and failed. My product simply makes life more tolerable for those in pain. It's a relief, even as temporary as it is. My suppliers demand profit. Fortunately, there's enough wealth in the city to keep them satisfied. They believe the poor don't deserve to live without pain. Clearly, I disagree. If they knew I gave away the product, it would not end well for me. And I am grateful to them. I haven't always been kind to others, to myself. Crafting the remedy makes me feel worthwhile. Like I might be able to one day forgive myself for past mistakes. You see? In the end, I'm as selfish as anyone. I'd like to think so. But it feels like Senchal is determined to destroy any kindness that lurks within its walls. Please accept this payment and some additional gold for your efficiency. Perhaps we can work together again in the future. Thank you again for delivering the product and helping those who need it most. Senchal could use more people like you.
A dark fate pursues this one.
What do you want?
Arnil Brock, we're ready for you now. Finally. I thought I'd never get off this dock.
You said you had a ship manifest. May this one inspect it?
Yes, if you must. It's right on this crate.
All right, this shouldn't take long.
Is something the matter?
Do you play games with this one? There is no manifest on this crate.
No, that can't be right. I'm sure it was there.
Need this one to remind you. All ships without a sanctioned manifest will be subject to...
I know the law, but I'm telling you, the manifest was on this crate.
Unless you can produce it, we'll have to inspect your cargo.
But that could take hours. I have an appointment. Just wait until my guild hears about this brutish treatment. They won't let it stand, I can assure you of that.
Fly this one. Fly.
You look tasty, and it's time for my next snack. I kid, of course. It's not nice to hunt prey in this city. Are you planning to rob it? Oh, do say yes. I'm a little bored. I could bring you down before you took 7 steps. Maybe 8. No, of course not. Sometimes I encourage them to sneak into the palace to steal General Remmors's gold, just to liven things up around here, you understand?
Well?
Were you able to secure a meeting with General Renmus? And so we must prepare for our first battle, my friend. A battle of wits. Remember, we must convince General Renmus to commandeer a ship for us. With it, we'll sail to the Dragon's Island and slay the beast. Not much. And what I do know, I'm not sure what it means. A ship sailed directly to the Dragon's Island recently. It displayed no banners, and no one in Senchal recognized it. It's possible we're not the only dragon hunters in southern Elsweyr. I won't discount the possibility, but I also won't plan for it. For all we know, this ship was bound for another destination. Or it has other business on that island. Though I'm at a loss as to what that might be. Let's head to our appointment.
Halt! Official business only.
We have an appointment with General Renmus. Here, our papers.
These seem to be in order. All right, you can go in.
Stealing a work of art is despicable, but destroying one is unforgivable. If there was any justice in Senchal, the thieves who did this would be cut to pieces as well. This room housed a priceless tapestry called Khajiit of the Moons, but a gang of Alfiq degenerates shredded it and ran off with the pieces. The damage cannot be undone. But if Babia had the pieces, she could restore some of its glory. They scattered like skeevers after the theft. She has learned that their leader, Nishzo, has a hideout in a cave on the coast north of Senchal. But even if he is still there, Babia couldn't confront him herself. She can afford a bounty, though. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Restoring the tapestry will prove to the people of Senchal that we can bring beauty back to our city. My entire life, before the flu and the fires, before rogues and imperial thieves brought their corruption, before everything was overgrown and left to rot. This one remembers being proud to live in Senchal. It is more than just a tapestry. It's a symbol of Senchal's status. Khajiit of the Moons reminds us of who we were and what we can be again. This one must prove that our culture isn't lost and that it is worth saving.
It's not every day that Captain Sai-Sahan graces my office.
Greetings, General. I am here to request a ship to hunt down a nearby dragon.
Slay a dragon. And this from a man who couldn't even protect our Emperor.
Perhaps you should speak to my companion. They can share the details of our plan.
So, you're a companion of the infamous Captain Sai-Sahan. Though I suppose that title no longer means anything, given the current state of Cyrodiil. Well then, care to share how you plan to slay this dragon? An admirable venture, I'll admit, if not a foolhardy one. Unfortunately, I have neither the ship nor crew to lend you for such an expedition. The city is chaotic enough as it is, and I can't afford to spread my resources. Which is precisely why I can't agree to your request. If a dragon does attack Senshal, I'll need every soldier and ship under my command here to defend the city. I'm sorry. Your cause is commendable, but my mind is made up.
Thank you for your time, General. Come, my friend. Let's speak outside.
I don't doubt your sincerity, you understand, nor your bravery. I just can't take any risks right now, not when Senshal is in such disorder. We've never formally met, if that's what you're asking, but there isn't an Imperial soldier who doesn't know how Captain Sai-Sahan failed to protect our Emperor. Now the Empire lies in ruins, and my Legion pays the price of his failure. We lost our home. Even if we did make our way back to Cyrodiil, where would we go? Who would we fight for? And so we stay behind crumbling walls, waiting in vain for someone to issue new orders. Orders that will never come. Merrick Renmus, General of the 13th Legion, or what's left of it, in any case. 5 years ago, Emperor Aquilarius sent my legion to Senshal. The city had been decimated by the Nahatan flu, and we were sent to help restore order. Of course not. I'm a general, not a dictator. We defended the city walls as the Khajiit rebuilt their homes. We even worked with citizens of influence to form a city council, given that the entire royal family was wiped out by the plague. They see our value as protectors, at the very least. The city council even named us the Shields of Senshal. Sounds a bit friendlier than the 13th Legion, I suppose. Our biggest issue, other than the dragons, is the influx of refugees pouring in from the devastated countryside. They hope to find protection inside our city walls, but many wind up hungry and homeless. We're soldiers, not dragon hunters. The best we can do is fortify our defenses and pray we escape the notice of the beasts. Perhaps not the most heroic course of actions, but by far the most sensible.
I'm sorry my father wasn't able to agree to your request. Hopefully you'll find another ship to sail you.
Well?
Well, look there. We have a guest.
Wait! Hold on. I think I know someone who can help you. Hello, I'm Aelia Renmus, General Renmus's daughter. I couldn't speak freely in front of my father, but I might know someone who can help you get to that island. But tell me, do you truly believe you can slay a dragon? Then I want to help. Or, well, send you to someone who can help you. You should speak to Zaji, captain of the Perfect Pounce. He may be a smuggler, but he cares about Senshal. And he's my friend. He can get you to that island. I know. My father certainly wouldn't approve. Then again, he hasn't approved of most of my friends since we arrived in Senshal. Not that my father's disapproval has any bearing on this conversation. He loiters around the city's outskirts, along with his first mate, Casca. Just look for a doggy rat and a sench rat arguing with each other. You can't miss them. Oh, and tell them Aelia sent you. I should head back to the palace. Good luck!
Let's see if this Zaji fellow is as honorable as young Aelia believes. Would you care to walk there together? There's much about Senshal I can tell you. Otherwise, we can meet in the city's outskirts. Very well. Follow me. Refugees from the recent dragon attacks have flooded Senshal. They have lost homes and livelihoods. Despite the city's best efforts, most go to sleep hungry each night.
Did you meet the new commander?
What?
Many take advantage of these hopeless souls. Thieves and cutthroats steal any item of value they still carry. While these refugees languish, the city's underbelly thrives. While the dragons ravage this land, these people will suffer. That is why we must fight. Not for glory, not for fame, but for the innocents of Elsweyr who cannot fight for themselves.
Just buy another ship? Casca, you won't, Zaji, you truly do.
Seems our smuggler is a bit distraught. Let's hope it's nothing serious.
Can't you see that Zaji is grieving? He has lost everything. His home, his heart, his one and only lady love. Oh, how can he go on?
The Perfect Pounce! The finest vessel to sail the Topal Bay! Someone stole her as we slumbered. A heartless wretch. A thief without honor. A member of Zaji's very own crew. He is sure of it. Nartis Meris. Ugh, may he suffer 1,000 salty cuts. No, but Nartis does. And Zaji knows we can find him in Southgard ruins. Pounce needs provisions before it sets sail, and that's where Nartis will get them. But why are you offering to help, Walker? Aelia sent you. Then you must be walkers of honor. And this one must admit, slaying a dragon sounds quite heroic. Very well, it's a deal. If you help Zaji get his ship back, he will take you to this island. We must head to Southgard ruins and search for Nartis. It is a coastal town of sorts, just south of Senshal. With some persuasion, that clawless dark elf should let slip the location of the Perfect Pounce. Then we steal her back. He is the newest member of Zaji's crew. Came aboard only a few weeks ago, and this morning, just as the Perfect Pounce is stolen away, he disappears. It is more than a coincidence, this one thinks. Zaji's blood may boil, but his mind remains as sharp as a blade. We came to Senshal for provisions. It is unlikely that Nartis would journey out to sea without stocking up first. That means dealing with the vagabonds in Southgard ruins.
It used to be a fort, but as the name suggests, it's seen better days. Now pirates and brigands call it home. They will not welcome outsiders. Ah, and so we finally move on to one of Zaji's favorite topics of conversation. The perfect house is home to the sleekest profiteers this side of the Topal Bay. She is captained by a roguishly handsome Khajiit who sought fortune from a young age. Indeed he is. There is no treasure too hidden, no adventure too perilous, no glory too great for Zaji and his loyal crew. Danger? This one does not know the word. In such situations, Zaji tends to go with his well-toned gut. And his gut says this dragon will be a problem for Senchal eventually. He will help those brave enough to hunt the beast down. Right after we find the pounce, of course. Casca? Why, she's the Pounce's first mate, of course. Don't take her manner personally, Walker. She's a Khajiit of few words and little patience. And so this one would recommend you stay on her gut side, yes? She didn't earn the title Casca the Unconquered without biting off a few heads. Do not try your luck, Walker.
First, our ship is stolen. Then, before we even know where it is, Zaji agrees to sail a stranger to a dragon's island. I should have just rolled over and gone back to sleep this morning. Casca, first mate of the Pounce, otherwise known as the one who keeps Zaji from getting us all killed. If it were up to me, Nartris would have never set foot on our deck. Unfortunately, our bleeding heart of a captain had other ideas. That dark elf didn't know a bowline from a clove hitch. It was obvious he'd never set sail in his life, yet he was excited to join our crew. Only a fool wouldn't have been suspicious. Naturally, Zaji never suspected a thing. If he's not, we'll find him eventually. If no one has mentioned it, Senchirats are excellent hunters, and I have his scent.
We must head to Southgard Ruins and search for Nartis.
We don't need another complication, especially when we have no idea when this dragon will strike. Still, we can't set sail without a ship. Let's make our way to Southgard Ruins.
I'm not real fond of cities. Yet, here I am. When your clan chief asks you to gather information, you do what you need to. And no, I'm not a spy. We heard about dragons, so I came to see if the rumors are true.
Basi warned this one to beware of dragons. They are everywhere, and they are bad for business, yes? Speaking of, shall we trade?
Passons!
We must sneak in, Casca. Sneak. You do remember how to do that, yes?
I remember the last time you tried to sneak somewhere. Did you ever remove all those cactus spines from your arse?
Those cactus spines never stung as much as your betrayal, Casca.
Oh, yes, my third betrayal of the day. But who's counting?
Our new companions certainly love to quarrel. Zaji wants to infiltrate the encampment and take Nartis by surprise. Casca, on the other hand, suggests we launch a frontal assault and deal with him directly. Very well. We'll start our search at the north entrance. I'll follow your lead. Meanwhile, Zaji and Casca can make their way to the other side of the encampment. I'll leave their strategy to them. Luckily, Zaji provided a map of the area. I've determined a few locations where I believe Nartis may be, given their relative isolation from the rest of the encampment. At the very least, this path should let us search most of the camp. Enough. Do you accept the plan?
It is an excellent plan. We'll circle around to the back, yes?
And knowing your mouth will alert every pirate in Southgard along the way.
What? Zaji is the epitome of discretion!
I'm going to take the lay of the land. I'll meet you at the entrance to the camp.
Damned Tongi birds. This for Daini. Can you do nothing right? How will we escape now? Just have to... Oh, can I help you, Walker? Oh, this one was just... Ugh, I will not fib. Daini meant to rob this caravan. Do not judge. I swear on the moons I did not... This was an accident. Even if it was not, those Mascaruses were slavers, killers, and worse. Dull-witted terror birds. Yes, Daini set them on the caravanners, only to scare them. But the birds gobbled the guards up. Bad luck for them and for Daini. The goods I meant to steal are ruined. Daini can fix this. I really need help. You will help, yes? Thank you, Walker. If we can find something valuable in the wreckage, Daini can use it to pay for her passage out of Southgard. I know how this looks, but I swear my brother Safik and I only want to escape this place and the Jiks who ruined it. Bah! What else is there to know? Nothing but clawless brutes, all of them. Sorry, Daini has lived under the heel of these Mascaruses and Mascaruses like them all her life. I did not mean for them to die, but I cannot shed a tear at their passing. No. The cat they serve, though? Daini knows him all too well. But he is not worth talking about. Someone in my position does not have the luxury of vendettas. This one needs wealth to leave Southgard. It is as simple as that. Is it not obvious? Ever since the flu, Southgard stinks of ash and bloodshed. No artisans ply their trade here. No merchants sell their wares. Only skooma dealers and slavers and cutthroats remain. We cannot live this way anymore. We live hand to mouth here, Walker. In Southgard, you learn to steal or you starve. It is that simple. Daini does what she has to keep us afloat, but Safik has a gentle heart. He still has a chance to do something good with his life. This one secured the passage on a Nord merchant ship bound for Mistro. Plenty of opportunities there for people like my brother and me. I owe the ship's captain, Sormund, just a few drakes more. Soon, we will turn our backs on this place for good. Impressive, yes? An old trick that Daini's father taught her. Set a campfire and fan the smoke toward the herd. They think a blaze approaches and run the opposite direction. Not much left to burn here nowadays, but it still works. New here, eh? You ask what happened? The scorch happened. At the height of the Nahatan flu, the Khajiit went mad trying to halt the spread. Frantic cats set fire to houses, towns, whole cities to try to burn out the sickness. It did not work. That is what we are meant to believe. One great blaze to purge the flu from Southgard. In truth, there were two fires. One meant to deal with the sickness, and another meant to kill. A story for another time, I think. Calm down, Antonia. Just come back to the house, yes? Daini will explain everything.
I need to... Maybe he'll go easy if I tell him what happened. Get away from me!
Ah, you are back. And with all your limbs. Good, good. What did you find in the wreckage? Please tell Daini you found something more than splintered crates and giant murdered chickens. Ah, shattered bottles and ruined silks would not earn us a berth on a dinghy, let alone a seafaring vessel. And now Antonia goes to sell our pelts to Turo. Krah! Daini will think of something. She has to. A short-snouted arsonist with a heart as black as those scorched trees. He controls all of Southgard. It does not matter. Daini has a shelter south of here. My brother is there. Can you check on him? Daini will follow soon. Of course, Walker. Daini owes you a few answers at least. A friend. Well, Daini uses that word loosely. An acquaintance, really. She fixed herself to me like a barnacle some years back, eating much but providing little, you see. When I resolved to leave Southgard, she insisted on coming along. Now she sells us out to save her own hide. Typical. In her heart, Daini always knew Antonia would get cold paws and call off before long. This one just hoped the little skeever would do it quietly. Oh, yes.
Antonia lies often, but never about something like this. She is a survivor. Always has been. Like a Remenite Ali Roach. For now, anyway. Mara, help her. Turo does not respond well to bad news. The people who deliver it, more often than not, it is the last message they ever deliver. He will come for us soon after. We must move quicker. He is not worth talking about. Daini hates him, and will continue to hate him until the day she dies. All you need to know is that he is both evil and wealthy. This one will take that wealth away from him. Daini has nothing else to say on this subject.
Don't see Nartis. Let's move on.
Can't wait much longer, something. If Daini doesn't come back soon.
Don't get your beard in a twist, Stormund.
She will be back any minute. Trust Safik. Here, have some soup while you wait. You love soup, right? Everyone loves soup.
Will the High Elves build our embassy even uglier than theirs? But no, this one shouldn't complain.
Ah, greetings, Walker. Apologies, but have we met before? Yes, this one is Safik. Daini sent you, eh? If she sent you to check on me, we must be in danger. Let this one guess. She tried to rob Turo and made a mess of it. Daini, why can you not just... Safik's sister is wise and prudent in all things except this business with Turo. You must understand. He hurt us deeply. She refuses to let it go, even as we try to escape this place. Is she coming soon?
Safik! Galaneth! Ah, there you are. And Sormund remains? Good.
Not for much longer, Daini. I leave with the tide, with or without you. Go on and speak with her. But mark me, if she doesn't bring me something soon, I'm off on the next tide.
You found the place? And Safik is well? Good. Let this one guess. Sormund blusters like a Palmar squall. Pay him no mind. He is like a harbor ant, yes? Bark, bark, bark. But no teeth. Now, we have work to do. That is, if you still mean to help. Safik. Daini loves him dearly, but he lacks a thief's edge. He sees mortal risk in loose cobblestones and all the rest he needs. We needn't worry. This one found a new target. Turo owns a warehouse to the east packed with trade goods and treasures. Who else should Daini rob? Turo owns South Guard. Safik told you this was personal, didn't he? Moons. I will say it one last time. Daini does not care about Turo. She wants his treasures, nothing more. Now, are you in? Many guards patrol Turo's warehouse, Walker. Make sure you are ready, yes? It belonged to Daini's father. Before Turo. This one's father said Old Moon priests used to conduct rituals in there. Back before all the old temples started falling down. Some folk think turning an old temple into a warehouse is blasphemy. It never bothered Papa. He said storing goods in a sacred place kept the ghost out. Diney does not know why ghosts would try to get into boxes of sugarcane. Just silly, you know? Papa used to say silly things like that all the time. More than sugarcane, I can tell you that. This place might have kept the ghosts out, but they will not thwart us, Walker. We will take what's ours.
What are you up to now, Diney?
What you asked, Stormund. Don't worry. You'll have your goods soon enough.
So, it is off to Papa's old warehouse. You will be careful, yes? In and out like a serpent's fangs. And do not let this one sister wander, all right? That place is full of old ghosts. Bad memories. Moons protect you, Walker.
So it's a warehouse raid now, is it? Sure as bones. Well, you'd best get to it. Don't do anything stupid, eh? I mean, this whole raid is stupid. But you know what I mean.
I heard you talking, Walker. You mean to steal from Turo? Again? Diney does not understand. You can only yank a Sench Panther's tail so many times before it turns and gobbles you up. Just make it quick. Malabu's fur falls out from all this worry.
Diney helping you escape too? Nah. Other way round, I wager. Thanks. Diney takes good care of us, so you take good care of her, all right? As many as she can manage. Not everyone makes it, though, you know. Not enough bedrolls. Not enough food to go round. Most wind up working for Turo eventually. I've seen taken. An empty belly will make you do all sorts of nasty things.
Sign of the Dark Elf here. Let's head north.
Rats aren't so bad. Sure, they carry diseases, but who here doesn't?
So, this is Turo's warehouse, such as it is. Formerly my father's warehouse. Coming back, it brings me no joy. I used to play here, darting between the crates, hiding in barrels. Then Papa died. Ironic that we robbed his grave, yes? Yes, burned alive. Fires raged across Southgard at the time, to deal with the flu, yes? Turo used this. He and his thugs pushed their competitors, Khajiit like my father, into this warehouse and set it ablaze, to make it look like an accident. Yes, but this is in the past. Diney must see to the present. Turo marks his personal goods with a crude seal to ward off idiots who might be tempted to scheme off the top. Search the marked crates, and we should find something valuable. Stolen pottery. Too cumbersome. Let us keep looking, yes? Books? Daini doubts Turo even knows how to read. No rare titles. Lead them. Spirits? Mara knows Stormund's crew drinks enough already. There has to be something else around here. The door to the cellar. Papa always kept the most valuable goods down there. Let's have a look. Crates. Hurry and check them, Walker. I thought I heard someone approaching. Shh! Someone is coming! Hide! Quickly!
So, Daini and her dog-tailed brother tried to steal from me, eh? Truly, I should have burned those two with their father. Easily remedied, though. Thank you, Antonia.
Oh, you're welcome, Turo. Anything for you.
Of course, you did work with her, so you see my dilemma. Business is business,
What? No!
Blessed Mara, we're out of time. He's going to kill Safik. We have to get back, now. Gone, Walker, Daini's brother, Malabu, Galaneth, and Stormund also. Turo took them. No, Turo left a note telling Daini to turn herself in. He holds Safik prisoner in his fortress and will kill him if she refuses. Mara's heart, we were so close. Stupid, reckless. This is all Daini's fault. No, it is Turo's fault. It isn't. It isn't. This one just needs... Turo has all the gold and... He murdered my father! Burned him like kindling wood. And now he steals my friends. Daini will make him pay. She will rake his eyes out and feed what remains to the dogs. She will... No. This has gone on long enough. Safik is all that matters. Daini will turn herself in to keep Turo distracted. While he gloats and blusters, you must find and free the others. Start at his harbor safe house. It lies south of here, along the coast. Meet me in his fortress as soon as you can. Moons guide you.
15 gold says this one can strike a frog's eye at 50 paces. Any takers?
Think you can beat old Sormund, eh? Do your worst, you flea-bitten bastards! Well, tan kind's backside. Am I glad to see you? They didn't get you or Diney, did they? It'll take a lot more than this to knock the wind out of Sormund's sails. I'll be all right. That cub, though, Safik, he's not suited for this kind of treatment. I'm worried about him. The others as well. There, I said it. No, but I can guess. Turo may act the part, but he's not a romantic. He's an opportunist. He won't kill those scallywags if he thinks he can profit off them. Check the caves near the Dream Drowner, his slave ship. Any luck, you'll find them there. Off with you now. You cleared the way. I'll make it out of here just fine. Oh, don't think old Sormund's gone soft. I'm in this for the gold, pure and simple. Of course, these cats clearly need help. If I can do good while doing well, so much the better. Now listen, you better not say anything to my crew about this. I'll get the boat
Come
ready
on.
to leave.
Someone sing
Meet
us
me
a
there when you
tune.
find them.
Too damn quiet around here.
I don't know what to tell you. You don't want rats to get...
Walker, over here! Malabu is here! Walker, thank the moons! You will never believe what horrible things these slavers said they will do to poor Malabu. You are a true friend, Walker. A true friend. Now, you will help this one escape, yes? She cursed and spat like a wild beast. This one told her to stop, but she would not listen. They took her to Turo's slave ship. Southeast of here, through the cave. The ship only stays in port a short while. You must hurry. But first, let me out! 1,000 thanks to you, Walker. Malabu only hopes that Diney and Safik still live. Be careful. Malabu appreciates everything you have done for him. But Malabu cannot swim. We will just hope Sormund's big boat does not sink, yes?
Over here! Quick! Diney's friend, but no Diney. She alright? Ifre's bones. If that Steva Toro did anything to her, so help me! Get me out of here and we'll find her together. Bah! Nobody ever lets me help. Fine, fine. But if anything happens to Diney or Safik, there's no power in Tamriel that'll keep Toro safe from me. Mark me! Yeah, thanks. Give those bastards the business, alright? Especially Toro. A wood elf out on the high seas! Ha! I can't wait! Just call me Captain Acorn. Tiny, yes, but unsinkable.
I don't even want to know what the cook put in that stew.
Uninvited guests. Well, I can always use more slaves. You'll beg for the shackles before I'm through. Look now, you're scaring the poor slave. Do something!
Laugh if you want, but I swear that catfish was as big as a centron.
Walker? Praise Halkosh! Quickly, cut me down and get this door open. We can use Toro's boat to escape.
Salted pork, always salted pork!
You came for us. Truly, Walker. Diney did not think she would see another sunrise. Did you slip past Toro, or... Daini would be lying if she said she was not glad to hear it. But then, this one's thirst for vengeance very nearly got us killed. Enough of that. We should go before Turo's thugs find us. Into the boat, yes? Quickly, get the gate open while this one frees her brother. Let's get out of here.
What a nightmare. Daini.
Thanks for the help back there, friend. Not that I couldn't have gotten out of that pickle myself, mind you. Glad you found the cubs, too. I was worried that, you know, I wouldn't get paid and such.
Well, that was an adventure, of sorts. Thank you, Walker. Truly, we would never have made it out of that place alive without you. Daini managed to stash a handful of Turo's jewels away before the dogs captured her. This one feared that Sormund would demand more, but something softened him a bit. Daini does not ask questions. He agreed to take us aboard. That is enough, yes? Wherever Sormund takes us, yes? After years of waking to the same nightmare, Daini could do with a surprise or two. Speaking of nightmares, thank you for breathing Daini of hers. Knowing that Turo lies dead, it lightens the soul. Farewell, Walker. Do you seek a berth on Sormund's ship too? Ha! No, you are bound for greater things than deck swabbing and sail mending. As for Daini, deck swabbing and sail mending sound like a dream come true. Thank you again, my friend. You mean to ask if his business stays above board? This is Pelletin Walker. Every hand is dirty. Do not fear. Sormund makes his gold smuggling. No slaving or piracy. Daini had her fill of violence and evil here in Southgard. It is like this one's father always said. You can take the cat out of the alley, but you cannot take the alley out of the cat. Skirting the law is all this one knows. But you have Daini's word. She may break the law, but she will never do harm.
Safik has no idea how to sail a vessel that size, but he will do his best to do his part. They say the surest way to a sailor's heart is through the belly, yes? And no one makes soups like Safik.
A wood elf out on the high seas! Ha! I can't...
Hurricane bearing down on us. Make sure everything's tied down, eh?
Stop right there. He locked the door. Stand back. Quickly now, after him. Well, that's one way to catch a thief.
Walkers, good to see you. Look who Zaji found. Why don't you say hello?
Please, Zaji, don't let Casca rip out my throat.
I'll stand guard while you interrogate Nartisse.
Usually Zaji is the one who does the talking, but his spell work is a tad rusty. This one will keep the Muskars floating while you do the questioning.
I'd love some time alone with Nartisse, but we wouldn't talk, so you should ask the questions.
All right, I admit it. I stole the perfect pounce and brought it here to Southgard. But I no longer have the ship, I don't. I sold the ship to Admiral Irathi, but they haven't set sail yet. The ship will still berth on the south docks. Irathi hasn't even finished loading up the slaves. Did I say slaves? Silly me! I meant cargo. They're loading cargo. I would never sell a Khajiiti ship to a slave trader. All right, yes, Irathi is a slaver. But I swear I didn't know that until after I sold her the ship. Please, you have to believe me, I'm innocent here.
Zaji wants you to know there are no hard feelings. In our business, it's sink or swim, yes? Oh, that's right! You can't swim! That went exactly as planned, which honestly may be a first for Zaji. Zaji is counting on it. There's no place for slavers in Elsweyr. But there's plenty of room at the bottom of the sea. Perhaps Kenarthi will even take pity on Nartisse and guide him to wherever it is that dark elves go. There's not a sailor in the Topal Bay who hasn't heard of Admiral Irathi and her practices. Many Khajiit have suffered because of her. But now we have a chance to repay this suffering, yes? Oh, you want a plan? Now, that plan would be... Zaji and the Bearded One will draw away the slavers. Meanwhile, Casca will help you secure the perfect pounce. We'll reconvene when the coast is clear.
May the Dark Elf fill the belly of many hungry fish.
Against my better judgment, I think we should follow Zaji's plan. Besides, it's best if you help secure the boat. We wouldn't want our new friend sailing off without us. Let's just say I'm not discounting the possibility. Elsweyr-chapterille seems like a respectable woman, but she may not be the best judge of character. For now, let's hold up our end of the bargain.
Make sure you keep up, Walker. so good to finally meet you. Remove that wheel lock or we'll never sail out of here.
It is good to be home.
We should sail for Senchal before reinforcements arrive.
Excellent point. Hey, Walker! Get us out of here!
I told you the captain would get the pounce back.
I heard what happened from the crew. I'm glad you were there to help recover the pounce. I don't think Zaji would have handled the loss of his ship very well. Speaking of Zaji, did he agree to sail you to the island? I'm glad to hear it. I knew Zaji wouldn't let you down. I'm coming with you. If this dragon is going to attack Senchal, I want to help defeat it. Besides, I'm sure you could use an extra hand. I'm good with a bow. Look, I'm aware of the risks, believe me. But this city is my home. I can't just stay behind and hope you stop this threat. Not when I can help. I won't stand by while my father and friends are in danger.
You're competent, I'll give you that. Enough to slay a dragon? We'll see. The odds don't look good. We don't know the island. We have no idea how strong the dragon is. We'll have to improvise, and that rarely goes well. And wait for this dragon to burn the city to the ground? No, it's better to die fighting than to perish hiding behind a wall. Besides, we're profiteers. We know a thing or two about the risk. Someone on this ship has to be. If everyone plans for sunny weather, how will we survive a storm? Despite the odds, it's not hopeless, though. If we can fight, then there is always a chance we can win.
This one is cleaning. You may help clean, or you may stop bothering this one. Whatever needs doing. Cleaning, mopping, stabbing. Sometimes this one stabs and then cleans up afterward. Also, Chisbari is well known for her cheery disposition. Hooray! See? Chisbari is so cheery.
Jal, you are the one who got us back the perfect pounce, yes? Thank you for that. She may not be much, but the pounce has been this one's home for a long time. Even before Zaji was her captain, in fact. Yes, back when the ship belonged to a rather nasty fellow by the name of Bazahar the Bull. A heartless taskmaster who didn't care a lick about his crew. The pounce was a lot less colorful back then, in more ways than one. What's not to like? He respects his crew, makes sure we're well cared for. And he's always excited for the next adventure. It's a bit contagious, actually. Still, I don't know if this ship could actually function without Casca. I won't deny Zaji is cunning when he wants to be, but it's Casca that keeps this ship afloat. She schedules for repairs, oversees our provisions, and pays the crew. And she keeps us all safe, of course. I haven't seen her lose a fight yet.
Guess the captain got the pounce back. He always does. Not the first time he's lost it, you know. Practically everything. If it weren't for old Dirge, the whole ship would sink under the weight of the grime and barnacles. Not that any of these louts would notice.
Enough jawing. I've got to see what condition the Pounces come back in.
There is no day like today for adventure, and you have a dragon to slay, yes? Talk to the bearded one first, though. He seems like the strategy type and will probably want to discuss many, many boring things with you.
Now that we've secured a vessel, our next step is to infiltrate the dragon's lair. Zaji will stay on his ship in case we need to make a quick retreat. Casca, on the other hand, has asked to join our hunt. If she wishes to protect her home, she should have that chance. Once we reach the island, we'll search for the dragon. Luckily, we have the Horn of Jadari to help us fight the beast. Before I made my way to Elsweyr, I searched Drakengard's sanctuaries for weapons and wisdom. There, I learned about the Horn of Jadari and how it was stolen by the dragon Volokson. I found Volokson's lair, slew the beast, and took back the horn. A dragon horn of immense power. Its sound forces dragons to fall from the sky. It should give us a great advantage in battle. That said, we may also find more resistance than a dragon on the island. Another ship was seen heading toward the island. I'm not sure if its crew are friend or foe. We must be prepared for the worst. We can set sail immediately. Or perhaps you would like to take a moment to become familiar with the crew. Very good. Let's go deal with that dragon. Let's discuss our plan of attack. Judging by that docked ship, we're not the only ones who have business on this island. There's a Drakengard proverb. Prepare your counter before the blow. In other words, if they swing at you, be ready to swing back. I also recommend we split our forces to cover more ground. I spotted a cavern northeast of here. Scout ahead and see where it leads. Meanwhile, Casca, Aelia, and I will search for the main entrance to those ruins. Aelia, Casca, you're with me. Stick close and prepare to fight.
I'm always ready to fight. Just keep an eye on the little one.
I can take care of myself, you know.
The cavern passage lies to the northeast. See where it leads and prepare to defend yourself. We have no idea what dangers lurk on this island. This gate won't budge. Does anyone see a lever? Good to see you, warrior. Thanks for the assistance. your positions! That was certainly effective. Well done, my friend. Damn this gate!
Look above us! The dragon!
Prepare yourselves! Inside, now! Follow the beast!
These people, and why are they attacking us?
They are enemies to be defeated. Nothing else matters.
These banners, the motifs. There's no mistaking it. This is a dragon god's sanctuary. How dare a dragon desecrate these hallowed halls? Well said. I was able to track the dragon's movements. It should be just up ahead. Aelia and Casca have agreed to guard this hall while we move forward.
Be prepared, little one. I can smell them coming.
How many?
Does it matter? They will die all the same.
Show yourself! Prepare to meet your end! The horn didn't work. How?
Of course not. That's my horn, mortals. Tell me how you came to possess it.
My companion will speak with you, dragon. But make one wrong move, and my blade will cut deep.
I am Nathalar. I do not fear you, hunter. If you seek a battle, understand that it will be to the death. I would rather talk, though. Where did you get my horn? Zukorav. So it was Valoksin who hid it from me. To protect our kind from the horn's power, no doubt. Such an honorable fool. And why do you seek to kill me? Are you one of Latvulan's thralls? my oldest foe, a dragon of great power and evil intent. He gathered a cult to do his bidding and subjugated our brothers to his cause. Those who oppose him die. He plans to destroy this land, and me along with it. Why would I attack the Kaz city? It means nothing to me. Only Latvulan matters. You have dispatched many of my brother's followers, so I shall spare your lives. You may even keep my horn. I have no need of it.
Hold! This dragon means us no harm.
No harm? Did we come all this way for nothing?
That's still to be determined. For now, let's spread out and see what we can find. Well, I certainly didn't factor this into my plans. The Dragon Guard were very clear about their dealings with dragons. Hunt them, slay them, use their parts. Yet this one shares our goals. This Latvulan seeks to destroy all of Tamriel. If Nathalar wants to stop that, I'd say we have a common cause. As the Red Guard proverb tells us, if we share an enemy, let our blades strike as one. I may not like it, but Nathalar possesses knowledge about Latvulan that we just don't have. And the might of a dragon at our disposal isn't something to toss away lightly. Yes, I'd rather have Nathalar on our side than against us. Our mission was successful, my friend. It just didn't end as we expected. We secured passage to the island, we found the dragon, and we made sure Sanchal was safe. At least from this potential threat. Not bad for a day's work. We also need to learn more about this dragon Latvulan. If it does indeed wish to destroy all of Tamriel, then an alliance is our best way to end that threat. I'm just glad I have your support in this. Your help has already been invaluable. If we're to fight back against Latvulan, we'll need more than a single dragon. We'll need an order dedicated to eradicating this threat. The time has come to reform the Dragon Guard. I do. The crew of the Perfect Pounce already helped us on one dragon hunt. I'd like you to see if they'd join us for many more. Speak to Zaji and see if he and his crew want to join our order. Let's hope Zaji takes our offer seriously. He may find it hard to believe that we want his crew to join the Dragon Guard. In fact, I'm having a hard time believing it myself. But by Lecky, we need them. The Imperial Dragon Guard was formed centuries ago by Riemann I, founder of the Second Empire. Though we seek to emulate the Order's dragon hunting practices, the Dragon Guard was originally created to act as Riemann's honor guard. I suspect it has to do with the Order's Akaviri origins. When the Akaviri invaded Tamriel, they were defeated by Riemann and ultimately swore loyalty to him and his heirs. They eventually became his Dragon Guard. The Akaviri have a long history of hunting dragons in their homeland, and so the Dragon Guard were both the Emperor's honor guard and accomplished dragon hunters. This lasted for nearly 2 centuries, until the assassination of Riemann III. The Dragon Guard was officially disbanded. Some members swore loyalty to the Potentate and acted as his spy masters, while others became mercenaries. There were even members who continued to hunt dragons, though in much smaller numbers than before. Members of the Dragon Guard were the premier soldiers of the Empire. They were master strategists, disciplined and honor-bound. It's no exaggeration to say they were the best of the best. We, on the other hand, have a crew of pirates. Yes, how could I forget? I led young Aelia in her first battle. None of them are my first choice. They've all shown themselves to be dedicated to protecting Elsweyr and its people. They will have to do.
Jal, you are the one who got us back the perfect pounce, yes? Thank you for that. She may not be much, but the pounce has been this one's home for a long time. Even before Zaji was our captain, in fact.
Zaji knew his gut was right. Only a truly great warrior could tame a dragon. Do you suppose the creature will let us ride it? No. Best not to ask. This one would not want to be rude. Really? Of course you do. Who wouldn't want the daring Zaji by their side? The offer is tempting. Whoever defeats these dragons will have their names sung by moon singers for generations. Zaji is not one to hesitate, Walker. Not when a stranger asks him to sail to a dragon's island, and certainly not when that same stranger offers glory and fame. The crew of the Perfect Pounce will join your Dragon Guard. Ah, yes. Zaji will speak to the crew. However, there are 2 crew members you may wish to speak with personally. Jatketaan, the Imperial with a weasel face, and the beautiful Chisbari. Their particular talents may prove interesting. The Dragon Guard! Who's a good-for-nothing lout now, mother? But you must be busy with the dragon, no? Zaji will speak to the crew on your behalf if you do not have the time to spare. Leave it to Zaji. Jatketaan has more book smarts than the rest of my crew combined. Now, that's not saying much, since most of my crew can't read. The Dragon Guard wrote many things, yes? Perhaps he can help you read them. Well, Dirge has an awful lot of contacts. He always helps us figure out who we can trust and how to avoid those who mean us harm. Maybe he can help keep track of our enemies in some fashion. Ah, she's Barry the Chipper, as she is known. You'll see why as soon as you hear her lovely voice. Aside from Casca, there's no one more dependable aboard the Pounce. Give her a task, and she'll get it done, yes? Zaji has not a single doubt, not a one. We may be just smugglers to you and the Bearded One, but our hearts sing for adventure. They will all take up the call, this one is sure. Life on the seas is not easy, Walker. You must be able to adapt at a moment's notice if you wish to survive its many dangers. Storms, attacking ships, sea serpents. The Pounce's crew will learn to navigate the dangers of dragons just as readily. Of course, Zaji is their captain after all. This one is confident that his crew will become the greatest Dragon Guard to ever walk the sands of Elsweyr. It's just a matter of time.
Our mysterious crew has departed. Those left alive to depart, that is. They were dragon cultists, yes? It would certainly explain their choice of garb. This Latvalan must have an affinity for black. Very well. I will join your order. Why would I hesitate? These dragons killed many of my people, and I cannot fight them alone. So I will help you hunt down the beasts. A simple decision, yes? The Dragon Guard were a very strict order, yes? I doubt our crew would do well with too many rules. Perhaps some changes will need to be made. I have faced many enemies. Nothing was too big or too powerful for me to challenge. I didn't always win, but I could always fight. When the dragons came, this was no longer true. I would rather die on the sands of Palatine than hide away on foreign soil. This is a chance to make my stand. I will take it. Besides, if I thought your cause was impossible, I would have said no.
We're in a Dragon Guard sanctuary. My father would tell me stories about the Order when I was little. Protectors of the Emperor, slayers of dragons, daring adventures. It was all quite exciting. You want me to join your Order? I mean, that isn't to say I don't want to. Of course I do. I want to protect my home before the dragons destroy it. I didn't expect you to ask me to stay. We only face the darkness of fear so that we may find the light of courage. That's something my mother always told me. An old Red Guard proverb, she said. I'll join your Dragon Guard and protect my home. You have my word. I have to admit, our Dragon Guard does seem a little motley at the moment. Perhaps uniforms would help? I spent my childhood in Cyrodiil. My father was a commander under Emperor Leovic, and my mother was a Red Guard ambassador. Her name was Sadala. I had a tough time fitting in with my peers. They were always questioning who I was. Was I Imperial? Was I a Red Guard? They wanted to put me in a neat little box, but I didn't quite fit. Anyway, my father joined the Colovian Revolt and was given the rank of General by Emperor Varen. Father received orders to come to Central and help with the restoration. He didn't plan to take me along as I was only 13 at the time. Then my mother died, and everything changed. Exactly, and a new city helped take my mind off of other things. I felt so welcomed in Senchal. The Khajiit never questioned who I was or where I came from. To them, I was simply Aelia. That was all that mattered.
Yeah. Can you see I'm reading? Trying to read. What letter does that look like to you? Oh. Thought it might have been some sort of code. Well, guess I'm free now. What do you want? Captain says a lot of things. Like more riches than we can count, and easy as a spring breeze. Now here we are, hunting dragons like they're some kind of sky whales. Well, you are anyway. I got books to research. Who'd have thought reading could be so handy? Anything, Dragon Guard. Books on killing dragons without getting eaten, I hope. When I scare up some leads, I could use your help retrieving them. I hear anything about those New Moon fanatics while I'm at it, I'll let you know.
What do you want? Not surprising. I am the only one who can keep a ledger around here. You hunt dragons. I figure out where the dragons are. And what to do with any parts you bring back, yes? It's the most obvious way to help.
Nathalar and I have come to an agreement. We'll work together to defeat Latvalan, but only that. After our battle is won, Nathalar will peacefully depart from these lands. Now, what did Zaji say to my proposal? Excellent. I'll meet with him and his crew to discuss the particulars. For aiding me in the establishment of our new Dragon Guard, accept this reward. Oh, and talk to Nathalar when you have a moment. He requested your help with a small matter.
You are wise to ally yourselves with me. Latvalan will not stop until Tamriel is destroyed. He has raised an army and forced my brothers to join his crusade. Those who refuse, die. He must be stopped, for the good of my kind, as well as for yours. A dragon's words have power few mortals understand. When we swear an oath, we are bound by it. That is our way. The dragon Yagrandu vowed to aid me in a time of need. We must seek him out and remind him of his oath. I do, but I do not know where he hides. I leave that task to you, as the Dragon God of old were known to be accomplished trackers. Seek the aid of a companion who knows this land well, and let them guide you. Now go, hunter. Find Yagrandu. Finding Yagrandu requires a test of skill rather than mere bravery. I am curious to see how you and your companions fare. Yagrandu ran afoul of a powerful dragon hunter in a time before the Dragon God. I found him, injured and cornered, and offered my aid. For a price. Knowing that his life was forfeit, he begrudgingly agreed. My kind call it a soul smear, a blood allegiance. It is an unbreakable bond, stronger than any vow uttered by a mortal. Yagrandu is bound to pay his debt by a magic older than any you know. If you find him, he will join our cause.
Finding this dragon will be no easy matter. Perhaps Zaji will have a better lay of the land. He's traveled a great deal over the course of his time as a ship captain. At the very least, he may know who we can speak to.
We're part of the Dragon Guard, Aelia. It's not stealing.
I think we should ask before putting them on.
What they look so good on you. Look what we found, Walker. Zaji has to say, the Dragon Guard certainly has style, though this one did decide to make a few alterations. Now, what's our next move? What does our dragon friend have up his scaly sleeve? A missing dragon, huh? Then you'll want to head to Kenarthi's Breath Temple. The priests there can find all sorts of things, if your cause is just. I'm certain they wouldn't mind helping the noble Dragon Guard defeat a great evil. South of Black Heights, Zaji's childhood village. Just follow the ringing of the bells, yes? You can't miss it. Zaji will meet you there? Yes, of course. This one is your resident expert, after all. He just did not realize that his first Dragon Guard mission would take him back to Black Heights. He hasn't visited since... well, he has never visited. Kenarthi is the goddess of the winds. She guides the Khajiit, ensuring our ships reach safe harbor and our souls find the sands behind the stars. With Kenarthi's power, the priests can guide us to what we seek. Something to do with the bells, Zaji thinks. He has never seen the ritual, of course. It is only performed in times of dire need, such as when a group of brave Dragon Guard must find a dragon, yes? The only thing remarkable about Black Heights is just how unremarkable it is. Nothing ever happens there. The villagers paint the wall of life. The priests pray to Kenarthi for guidance. It's all very, very dull. A big mural. The villagers each add to it before they die, preserving their stories for generations to come. Zaji remembers staring at it when he was a Jakajit. The stories of this one's ancestors made Zaji think... That's it. Merchants, weavers, fishers, and farmers, there were now stories of heroes, the glorious tales of adventure. All Zaji saw in that mural was a life too dull to contemplate. And so, this one ran away and never looked back.
You're traveling with Zaji? Then I'm going to. I wouldn't want him to get into any trouble now that he's an official member of the Dragon Guard.
It's settled. To Black Heights.
And I'm coming with you.
What? You don't trust Zaji to handle this?
Not in the slightest.
Look there! It's the one who brought those Pellinger...
Hey, I need you to do something for me. Or, for the guild, I mean. The New Moon's recruiting again. Poaching from another cult, actually. Guess they figure Daedra-worshipping suckers are easier to sway than sensible divine-worshipping folk. I have it on good word that there's a recruiter in Stormhaven right now. Some outfit called the Supernal Dreamers, whatever that means. Devotees of Vermina. I hear they got a camp northwest of Coghlan Village. Head out and put the New Moon's recruiter to sleep for good. Bring any notes you find back with you. Well, go on. We both got things to be doing. They're Daedra worshippers. Word is, these super whatevers are causing a lot of trouble for the Lion Guard. So I wouldn't take them lightly, even if they do have a stupid name.
Damn blizzards. Jizbari will make them pay. The people of Elsweyr cry out, why do these dragons plague us so? The answer is simple, because we have not killed them yet. You stand ready to hunt these creatures, yes? Dragons sail across Elsweyr, burning everything in their wake. Most run and hide. We do not. But to kill a thing, we must catch it first, yes? Only a fool would chase them on the wing. No! We must hunt them where they feed. Track the beasts to their hunting grounds. There, they grow fat and lazy. In that moment of weakness, gather your allies and slay them. A simple task, but a grave one. The dragons must die, Walker. Will you do this for the Dragon Guard? Every moment we spend conversing brings greater chaos to Elsweyr. Enough talk! Go! Remind those dragons why they should fear us. Yes, the others busy themselves with dusty old tomes and fancy rituals. Fair! Jisbari has no stomach for that foolishness. Did we come to this place to talk or to make war? This one says, get on with it. Jisbari saw the beasts up close. Just after they erupted from Kunzari's trap, they savaged the surrounding hunting grounds. Killed hundreds of hunters as well. This one's nephews burned like kindling in the first days of the disaster. Not as sorry as the dragons will be, Walker. Jisbari studied them from a distance for many long days and nights. Now, this one knows their habits, their weaknesses. Some see them as gods. This one sees only quarry.